Like most of y'all, I'm fed up with the receivers. I'm sure the coaching staff is getting there. Jameis Winston's getting there. Shit, everybody that's involved in this organization is probably getting fed up with these receivers, not getting open, not getting separation, all of these things, and they're basically just waiting on MT to come bail them out. But not so fast. I have a better idea. Here's 5 trade targets that I think we should pursue before the trade deadline. Coming in number 5, James Washington. I feel like if we would have pursued this a little earlier, it had a better chance of happening because he asked for a trade in the preseason. So coming into the season, he asked for a trade. He was like 4 or 5 on the depth chart last year of his rookie deal. Wanted to play. Obviously, they got Claypool over there, Deontay Johnson, and Juju Smith-Schuster, who all 3 were clearly in front of him. You know, they basically run a lot of 3 receiver sets with a tight end running back. So he wasn't really getting on the field. Juju went on IR, so he's been playing lately, which kind of decreases the Saints' chances of getting him. But I still think we should take a shot and go and get him. Don't know if we'll be able to re-sign him, but if we would, it'd be better than re-signing Tre'Quan Smith. I'll tell you that. Everybody agrees with that one. Number 4 on the list, not really a player. It's an entire team. New York Giants receiving room. Can we have somebody, please? Obviously, let's get out the way. Kenny Golladay and Tooney, they obviously won't be getting traded. Kenny Golladay just signed in the offseason for, I think, like $70 million, $90 million, something high. He's not going anywhere. Tooney, they drafted in the first round this year. He's not going anywhere. He went on the came on the scene 2 weeks ago and just went crazy. So that leaves Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, John Ross, Dante Pettis, Colin Johnson, who they drafted in the 5th round, who I don't think they want to let go, and even Evan Ingram. Out of all those names listed in order of who I want / who I think we can get, I would say John Ross is last. Don't think they want to get rid of him. That's their deep threat. Evan Ingram I'll take. Hasn't lived up to the hype coming out of college as a receiver / tight end. He was kind of the original Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts seems like he's coming to his own. Evan Ingram was supposed to be that, not living up to it. With the Giants, maybe a change of scenery will help him. Sterling Shepard, who I think is the best of the bunch, I would love. I think it would take a lot for the Giants to give up. He's really their number 2 right now, so I don't think that's a possibility. But hey, you got to check. You never know until you check. But number 1, Slayton, he's been in trade talks. He's kind of that 3rd through 5th guy. They don't really have defined roles on that team on who's the guy. But I think he's the one. I mean, he's better than every guy. Maybe he's about even with Callaway. I'm not going to say he's better than Callaway, but he's about even with every guy we have right now or better. So he would come in, and be a help. If we go Slayton, Callaway, Deontay, MT, that's a good look right there. That'll be a real, real good look for us. So definitely need to check in on him, and see what that brings. Number 3 on the list will be Andy Isabella. Most guys may not know him. Playing for the Cardinals right now. Well, playing. Shouldn't say that. He's not playing. He's been inactive coach's decision for I think a couple games in a row now. 2nd round pick, number 62nd pick in the draft in 2019. Hasn't been able to get on the field over there for Arizona, mainly because it just doesn't fit their system anymore. They drafted Rondale Moore. They have Christian Kirk, A.J. Green, DeAndre Hopkins. That's a lot of guys. Coming out of college, I mean, it's one reason and one reason only. This guy went 2nd round. He ran a 4.31. I'll repeat it. 4.31 40-yard dash. Fast. Fast. He comes onto the team. Basically, he's the fastest guy on every team except a couple. Bringing that deep threat to this team, obviously with Jameis Winston, would be absolutely fantastic. When you got guys like, Michael Thomas, Callaway working underneath, and Callaway who can also go deep. It would just be great. Tre'Quan Smith working intermediate as well. And Isabella, just a home run guy, comes in, brings that to the team immediately, day 1. We really haven't had a guy like that since Brandon Cooks on the team. And then coming in number 2, Brandon Cooks. Obviously, don't need to say too much about Brandon Cooks coming back. We got Mark Ingram from over there, dying, in Houston. Now it's time to see if we can bring Cooks back too. This will be a rental. Hey, it is what it is. He has a $2.5 million cap hit this year, and I think $12 or $13 million next year. Won't be able to afford him next year. Well, let me not say that, because Mickey Loomis, he be doing some shit, boy. I tell you that, he be doing some stuff up there. But if we can bring him in for 1 year rental, that just blossoms our chances. That's a real deep threat who's not just a deep threat, can run an intermediate route, short route, screen game, all of that. So if we can get him back, familiar with the system, wouldn't have to get caught up as much. I would love him back for sure. I'm sure Sean Payton, the team, would love him back. We need to try to make that happen. And number 1 on the list, I think he's the best guy on this list. And it may be possible, man. He's in a situation that I'm sure he doesn't want to be in, especially in a contract year. Allen Robinson, Chicago Bears. I mean, this guy was basically a top 10, top 15 receiver last year in Chicago, but now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place because he has Justin Fields, who I think will be good, but young. Nagy over there, the coach, absolutely awful. Can't get him the ball and things like that. So he's stuck in a rebuilding situation. I just don't think the Bears will let him go easy. But good thing is contract year as always. So be a little easier to get him. I mean, if he had 3-4 years left, it would take a first, second rounder for sure to get him. But since he's not locked up, for the foreseeable future, it might be able to get him. Those are the guys I'll look at, man. I'm sure we'll look at someone, but then again, who knows with the receivers? I've been saying we need a receiver for the last 3 or 4 years, but now it's more evident than ever, especially with MT out because he can't cover up, all the holes and blemishes in the receiving core. But going through them again, man, James Washington, I'll like him. Anyone from the Giants, like I said, I'll take. It's too many guys in that room. Give us one. Thank you. Number 3, Andy Isabella. Number 2, Brandon Cooks. Number 1, Allen Robinson. It was definitely some guys that could have made the cut, but I don't think didn't make the cut. You got guys like Tim Patrick with the Broncos. Jared Jeudy is coming back, so his role is going to get diminished. He's going to be playing less, so we can definitely take a look at him. Somebody else. Jameson Crowder. Yeah, I think Jameson Crowder is super, super, super solid. Don't know what his contract's like over there, but I'm sure he doesn't want to play for the Jets. Zach Wilson just went out. The Jets are not going to be good. He's a vet, so I'm sure he doesn't want to be stuck up there, not winning, not doing anything, just out there going to work every day, being miserable. Definitely should look at him and see where that goes. But yeah, those are the guys that I'll attempt to target and trade. Hopefully we get someone. If it's someone off here, I'll be coming with the film breakdown on them immediately as soon as the news drops. So we'll see, man. But like always, like, comment, subscribe, turn those notifications on so you won't miss a beat from the channel. This is Taboo Tragedies, and I'm out.